Welcome to GivEnergy, and to think of it like a newsletter, a semi-regular thing that we're trialling out to try and make the communication just even better than it is already with our installer network, almost like a Give Gazette, if you will. So please let us know in the comments whether or not this is something that you think we should carry on with. So what I'm going to do in this is essentially tell you what's happened over the last year as far as the installer network's concerned, and what's coming up to hopefully make your life and ours just that little bit easier. Well, I was going to do the rest outside, but I decided it was too cold and I wimped out. So nice warm meeting room to tell you what's happened over the last year or so, and again, what is coming up. So the RMA process, let's start with that. If you ever need to, and it's a very rare event, then it's completely been streamlined. I think it was last September. Effectively, we've got much quicker decisions, different options. If you want the details of this, then I'll put the link to everything I'm talking about in the description. So to not make this video really long, I'll just give you the highlights. Another bit of feedback was a loyalty scheme, which again has been implemented last year and effectively means that you will gain points to get Amazon vouchers, or if you want, some free GivEnergy kit. So the more installs you do, the more points you get. Training now. This is something that has been made in person and of course in-house. It's in this building. It's soon moving to our new premises that we are expanding into. So we're not moving from here to there. This is another building which is going to be launched either this week or by the time you watch this, last week. The training is being expanded. So last year it went to in person, and we're getting great feedback on that one in terms of people who are enjoying it, they're understanding what's happening, and it's hands-on training. That is now, because it's so popular, I mean, it's booked up I think for the next 3 to 4 months, just as an example of how popular it is. That's getting expanded. It's moving to bigger premises and bigger classrooms, so effectively more spaces will be made available, and therefore more people can do the course, and it's going to be more hands-on. It's a purpose-built room, so that's what's coming up in the very near future. Warranty next. This is something that again, we listen to feedback. The industry standard in the home battery network seems to be 10-year warranty, and that's what GivEnergy was until last year, when it was expanded, or extended should I say, to 12 years. So anything bought from that point forward now comes with an industry-leading 12-year warranty. That is something that, as I understand it, nobody else matches, because we genuinely believe in the hardware that we have and how solid it is. Now, I will be doing another video about this shortly, but effectively there's another all-in-one that's been launched, which only needs G98 rather than G99. So for those that can't get G99, for the 6 kilowatt inverter, well, that's what the 3.6 kilowatt version of the all-in-one essentially is for. The rest is the same, it looks visually the same, and it's got the same 13.5 kilowatt hour battery. So what else have we listened to when it comes to feedback that's coming up in the near future? Well, commissioning. This is something which often gets mentioned when we ask for feedback. So that process isn't just changing, it's getting a massive overhaul and a completely new app. Right now, it's very much in active development. In fact, there's people in that meeting room and that meeting room that are talking about it as we speak. And here's some screenshots from the early version. So of course, this is expected to change, but this will be in active trials very soon. And as soon as we can, it will obviously get commissioned. I'm reading this direct from here, so I don't have to memorize it, but essentially this is from the head honcho himself in terms of what's changing, improvements of the Wi-Fi connection process, again, due to feedback that we've had. Rather than ask the installer to provide lots of information in a form, the installer brings the inverter online, then via a local connection, the inverter reports its details and the details of any battery plus meters connected to it back to the app, so the installer can confirm if it's correct or not. So rather than you fill stuff in, it does it for you, and then you say, yes, that's fine, that's correct. Essentially, the point of the commissioning process is, as it says here, we want to catch any errors or issues before the installer gets to the checklist at the end. So troubleshooting guides will be throughout the app with text and videos explaining to lessen the need to spend time on the phone to us, which I'm sure you love doing because we're all nice and friendly. Partly why I'm doing the videos, the step-by-step guides, like the all-in-one, the 3-phase, and that will be expanding into other things as well. just as a step-by-step reminder almost for those that have been on the approved installation course. Other things coming in the future of this app, things like separate process for adding, removing or replacing hardware rather than having to go through the whole commissioning process again when adding a new battery, for example. This has all come from, again, listening to what people are saying that are out there installing these things, as well as the installers that are now working for GivEnergy. That is, well, it's really important because it doesn't just make your life easier, it makes our life easier. So as before, thank you ever so much for watching. Don't forget in the comments, any feedback is welcome, trade shows, all the usual places, support desk, we do listen to everything that goes on out there. We want a life that's as easy for us as it is for you, and well, it's a mutual beneficial goal. So again, any feedback is welcome. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.